What is more important, psychology or technology? Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to find out. So I conducted a recent poll in my Facebook group. Make sure to join if you haven't already. We have 1,300 members and growing. And I took a poll and asked everyone, what do you think is more important, psychology or technology? And 95% said technology. But the answer is wrong. The answer is psychology is more important. And it's really important to note how social media has evolved. Essentially, social media has provided businesses, entrepreneurs with different channels to communicate with the audience, right? So if you look back maybe like 10-15 years before, way before Facebook as well, in the early 2000s, we had Friendster, MySpace, Orkut, and then in 2007 we had Facebook, and then we had different channels that came alongside. Older channels got they became extinct, and Facebook grew. Then we had YouTube, then we had Instagram came in later. Now we have TikTok. So this is technology, right? So these are the different channels of communicating, of conveying your message. If you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, a company, you have a product or service, and if your business is not online, then it is as good as being out of business. So social media is basically the most powerful medium to convey your message of your product or your service to your audience. Okay? And the technologies have changed, and they are changing every single year. Every 6 months there's something new coming up. Like if you look at the sensation right now, TikTok has more than 500 million users in the shortest span of time, right? So why is psychology more important than technology? Is because for hundreds of years, human behavior, the way a person thinks, acts, responds, makes a decision to purchase something, that behavior has not really changed much. But technology keeps evolving, right? First Facebook, and then everything is on Instagram, then everyone is on YouTube, then everyone is on TikTok. So technology is going to continue growing at a very rapid pace. We don't even know what's next. We don't even know what the next TikTok is going to be, or what the next evolution is going to be, or what's going to happen to Facebook. But what's never going to change is the way you communicate with your audience, the way you address your audience's pain points, and more importantly, understand, depending on your product or service, whatever it is that you are offering, it's very important. And this is a fundamental mistake most businesses make, is that they don't understand their audience. They just launch a product or they start selling their service without really having an understanding of who their audience is. So let's dive into talking about how do you really understand your audience. Simple. Let's take an example. Examples are always fun, right? So let's take the example of you having a business where you're selling jeans for females, right? So women's jeans, that's the product. Now, who is your audience, right? Obviously, females, okay? So we immediately remove the males out of our audience. Now, we know that our audience, we're making jeans for women, and our audience are women, but what kind of women actually love to wear jeans? Do all kinds of women wear jeans? No, right? There is a certain age group of women who love to wear jeans. So let's say, these jeans are made for women between the age of 25 to 45, right? So from 25 to 45. So now we've segmented from all the women in the world, 25 to 45 is the right audience for this product, right? Now, you see what's happening is that we have segregated our audience by understanding who our audience is. Now, this is not it. Just understanding the age group, understanding who our audience is, there's more to it as well. Now, depending on what your product is, right? Why would someone want to buy a pair of jeans? Because they're comfortable, because of the way the fabric feels, because of the fashion sense, right? So there are different reasons why these women between the age of 25 and 45 will pick up a pair of jeans. Probably a 25-year-old will wanna, feel good in by matching the top she's wearing with the pair of jeans and take a make a statement with it. Maybe a 40-year-old woman would just wanna be comfortable in a pair of jeans. So everyone has a different requirement for why they would invest money in women's jeans. Now, I don't know much about women's jeans, so I'm not gonna exaggerate or talk more about this. But the point is that knowing your audience is extremely important. Now, let's take another example. Let's say this is a software. Okay. Now there are so many softwares available, and let's say this is a software that helps you or anyone generate leads for your business in real estate. Okay, so software that helps a real estate company generate leads. So now who is the audience? Right, let's take a moment. I want you to think as well. Who is the audience for this company that has this software that can help a real estate company generate leads? So out of all the businesses in the world, who is the target audience? Real estate companies. Now, is it all real estate companies? No, it's the real estate companies that are struggling to get leads. Okay, so these struggling companies that are having difficulty in generating leads, where are they finding leads? What are they doing wrong? Right? What are the problems and challenges that they are facing? Right? Now, when you understand the problems and challenges that your audience is facing, don't you think you'll be in a better position to provide a solution to your audience? But if you don't know the problems that they're facing, it's going to be a little difficult for you as a business owner, entrepreneur, or a company to solve your audience's problems. So the first step is to understand what the challenges are that your audience is facing, what is the solution that you can provide, and once you understand the psychology behind the audience, your dream customer, who is your dream customer, it's really important to get sniper laser focused vision on who your dream customer is, where do they buy the respective products and services that you can offer them from, where do they get their information, what are the challenges they're facing, what are the hopes and the dreams and desires that they really have, what is which social media platform do they use. The more you understand your dream customer, and this is for any product or any service, the more you understand your dream customer, the more better you can craft your marketing message to them. Okay, so for example, if you are offering training for English speaking classes, now again, who's your audience for English speaking classes? People who are struggling with learning English, right? Not everyone. So you segment the audience. The people who are struggling with English what are the common problems that they have? They want to apply for a job, but they don't know how to speak English. They have tried learning English on their own, but they haven't succeeded. They need proper guidance. They need a proper strategy. They need a proper teacher, a proper training, right? So that they can achieve the result. Which is the result for someone who doesn't know English to achieve? Is for them to have that sense of confidence that I can speak English now, right? But if we don't understand who our audience is, it's going to be extremely difficult to craft our messaging in ads on social media, right? The way you communicate your message to your audience is psychology, right? If you were unwell and you went to the doctor, and the doctor doesn't ask you what's wrong with you, what are your symptoms, and directly just gives you a prescription, won't you think something is wrong with the doctor? Right? Because the doctor didn't take a moment to understand you, understand his audience, understand the symptoms. Similarly, that is how every business, especially online or offline, this applies to every business. Psychology is more important than technology, because technology will evolve. The next Facebook, the next TikTok is going to happen, but the way the mind functions, the way the customer, the logical reasoning and the emotional reasoning behind why a customer buys, that is always going to stay the same, right? So I hope this makes sense. Now, especially when you're building an online business and you have a solution to a problem in the specific niche that you are in, then crafting your marketing message has to be specific to that dream customer that you would like to work with. So just think and take a moment, if you are in business right now, or if you're planning to start your own online business, then understand who would be the ideal customer for you, and focus on the language that you use, the way you like for example, corporates, people who are working in corporate jobs, they speak a certain language, right? They speak probation, reviews, resignations, designations. There's a certain CTC, there's a certain language that they understand. So really understand who your dream customer is. Okay, who would be the best person to buy your product or take your service, and then understand everything you can about them. And once you understand that, you'll be able to understand the psychology required to attract your customer, get their attention, right, by highlighting the solutions to their problems, so that at the end of the day they buy your product or service to get the end result that you are promising. So hence, therefore, I would like to conclude that psychology is more important than technology, because as technology is going to continue evolving, the psychology of human behavior, how people buy, why they buy, what makes them, what triggers those emotions to make a purchase, what excites them, and crafting your marketing message, crafting words in a way that gets their attention so that they take the next step in your sales process. Psychology has been the most important aspect to any business, because that is what generates sales, right? That's what creates the desire for someone to make that purchase. It's psychology. And when you understand the psychology of your dream customer, that's it, you've cracked it. All right, so let me know if you found this valuable. Drop a comment below. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I would love to get some feedback from you, and I will see you in the next video. This is Roma Jetwani, your digital consultant and coach. Thank you, take care, God bless, bye-bye.